You may or may not have seen, I put out a press release regarding a proposal by both of our Democratic candidates for governor, Governor McKee and Helena Foulkes, and their cry, which I believe is supported by the General Assembly, for a so-called millionaire's tax. Here's the problem with the millionaire's tax. For one thing, it attacks what's called pass-through entities. What's a pass-through entity? That's a business. Say you own a restaurant. You've got an investment in equipment. You have to pay for food. You have to pay. If that total is more than $1 million, you now trip into the millionaire's tax. So that means even though you didn't make $1 million, maybe you made $60,000 for your family because of the expenses of running the business. You're going to be considered a millionaire, and you're going to have to pay an additional tax burden. That's the absolute wrong way to do things. Another example would be a construction company. You've got investments in machinery and personnel and those things you need to operate a construction company, but your gross receipts are greater than $1 million. Even though maybe you take home $80,000 or $100,000 to feed your family with, you're going to be considered a millionaire and be taxed on that as some millionaire. The other thing that's very concerning to me is that Rhode Island has an opportunity. We saw what happened: $2.3 billion lost in Massachusetts after they put in their millionaire's tax. Millionaires are mobile; they can leave, and they do. New York saw a $10 billion loss. We have an opportunity to capture some of those businesses, some of those pass-through entities, and create jobs. My plan, very simply put, is to create a per-job tax credit for pass-through entities. First of all, leave the rate the same. Don't raise the millionaire's tax, but create a tax deduction for pass-through entities that create jobs. Make them our partners. Make them our partners in growth to grow this state and grow the economy. The second thing is that when millionaires leave, the most least among us are often affected because the charitable donations dry up. Those charitable donations go to other states. So we want to increase the amount that's available for charitable donations here in the state of Rhode Island. And part of my plan is to go ahead and increase that deduction for state taxes so that we can push that money, the charitable giving, out to the broader community to help those least among us. This is a very important issue, and it's an opportunity that Rhode Island has right now to be able to capitalize on this exodus of millionaires from New York and Massachusetts and other places that have implemented this millionaire's tax to really grow our economy and lift us all. And I hope our lawmakers will make the right decision. I promise you, I will advocate for the millionaire's tax get passed, a repeal of the millionaire's tax, and an implementation of tax credits to be able to create jobs, to grow our economy, and to have a rising tide literally lift all boats in the ocean state.